people of God, people of God. Listen, I want to show you something. Y'all hear that? That's that squirrel thing. I want to show you something. My corn fell down. This is my first time watering the garden since the last time I was out here. I think, look, I need to put some more dirt. See how this corn is leaning? But it all fell. Well, I'll show you. Look at just over the weekend, because we had a lot of rain. God's been watering it for me, baby, but it fell, and this is how it was before I added some more soil. This is a different type of soil, but this is how I found it over the weekend. And I see the corn fell over from all the rain, so what I'm going to do is add some more. I'm going to add some of this. This isn't the same potting soil that I used the first time, but I'm going to add some of this container mix. So I'm just going to add some of this on top to try to hold this corn in so it doesn't stay falling over. Okay, now I fixed it. I stood them back up and added some more soil, so hopefully that helps hold. And then now I added the soil, and it's holding it pretty good. I don't want it to fall anymore. Maybe I didn't have the roots deep enough, but and what I wanted to show you, yeah, I showed you where I harvested this over the weekend. I showed you, see how it's growing back? I harvested over the weekend. I have harvested the lettuce. So now I'm going to put this up in the fridge, and tomorrow I'll wash it off and package it. Any pieces I don't want, I'll give it to my chickens. And I will leave this here, and when it's all done, I'll just take this out and let my chickens eat that too. Nothing goes to waste. Cycle of life. And this is another miracle. This one's going crooked. I don't know. This first one is going a little crooked. But they look like they're leaning too. But yeah, another miracle. If you remember, this was the first one, this little short one right here. This was the second one. This was the third one, and it's just stagnant. This third one is, it's growing a little bit, but it's not fast at all. This was the fourth one. Remember, this fourth one came up? Look how this fourth one is now just about, might as well say it's just about outgrown this second one, the oldest one, or equal to, is equal to. This fourth one is equal to, or actually it's outgrown its elder just by a few, just by like an inch or so. That's the fourth one, but it's outgrown its elder here, which is stagnant. And this first one, the oldest one, is grown up to a certain point here, and it's just stopped. Now look at this other miracle. So you got a fifth one that's growing. So you got 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. You can go back to when I planted this thing about about a month ago. Science says it takes 2 to 4 years to grow. So that's the fifth one that's now growing. And the fourth one that you guys just saw came up the other day is now outgrown all of its elders. But in the second elder by like an inch. Yeah, I'm just interested to see what God is going to continuously do with this thing. All of this is my first time planting all this stuff, except for the corn. This is my 4th year planting corn. It's always been a failure, so we'll see how it turns out. Nothing beats a failure but a try, right? Anyway, miracles, signs, and wonders. You want to look at the onion? I took a piece of this off the other day, and I gave it to my chickens. They really enjoyed that too. They really enjoyed the onion. It's got a good onion smell. I probably could cut these off and use these. Now look how long they are. I could cut those off and cut them up in a dish or something. That's the tomatoes. And the sunflowers are really, really tall. And the watermelon. That's it. That's my garden update. Miracle signs and wonders.